Hands. Hands. Get out. Hands. Get out here now. Come on.
Please don't let him see me. He's armed. I hear him. I think I hear his truck.
I just can't believe that she was in the box.
Le 3 juin 2024, dans le comté de Murray, en Géorgie, près de la petite ville de Crandall, des policiers font une découverte surprenante. Une jeune femme est retrouvée, cachée dans un coffret de rangement pour matériel de piscine, sur le porche d'une maison. La victime s'appelle Cassidy Porch. Son fiancé, Nicholas Cargain, est immédiatement au cœur de l'enquête.
Hands. Get out. Hands. Get out here now. Come on. Get on your stomach. Now. Drop the vape. Get on your stomach. Hands on your back.
My wrist is broken.
That sucks.
I didn't do anything.
72 to Murray. One female to take.
I didn't do anything.
Why are you laying in a freaking box on the back porch?
Because my boyfriend beat me. Do you not see my head? And my collarbone's broken? That's what I came down here for. I just needed help. I just needed help.
You just need help?
Yeah, I need a
Well-
hospital.
Well, I'm here.
I
So.
came here for him to...
All right, bring your knees up to your chest. Roll on your side. Bring your knees up to your chest.
my collarbone.
Come on. All right, we're gonna get in my car.
Why am I being arrested?
You're not being arrested.
Oh, okay.
You're detained.
Okay, well, please don't let him see me. He's armed.
Come on. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to you.
I'm scared.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Where's he at?
He's
In this
across-
house?
No, across this road, up on the hill.
Okay,
There's a
come on.
red Dodge.
How much have you had to drink?
We drank some last night. Wasn't much.
Okay, that's bullcrap. It wasn't last night.
It was last night. We've been up all night fighting.
Come on. You've been drinking all morning. I can smell it.
No, I haven't. I promise you I haven't.
À ce stade, le policier ne croit toujours pas Cassidy. Son comportement désorienté et l'odeur d'alcool lui font penser qu'elle exagère ou invente son histoire. Pourtant, la jeune femme insiste. Si son fiancé la retrouve, il la tuera. Elle prévient également les policiers qu'il est armé et particulièrement dangereux.
He's armed.
Okay, with what?
He's got a 45 and he also has, it's a little pistol. I don't think it's
Where else he hit you?
Move my hair. It
Oh.
hurts.
Hang on.
It really hurts.
Hang on. So you come over here to get help, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't, because,
All right. Well, let me uncuff you then, because the only thing I got told that somebody had a female.
I hear him. I think I hear his truck. Yeah, I understand. Ow, ow, ow.
Hang on. I'll get it right.
If he sees a cop car or an ambulance, he'll follow it and
You're not.
and every time the cops go up there, he has some story. His foot's broke because he kicked a table over on me last night.
What kind of truck does he drive?
It's a red Dodge Ram, lifted.
Hey, red Dodge Ram lifted. Should be him.
He's still looking for me. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. He's armed. That's what worries me. He doesn't care.
Cassidy explique que la dispute a rapidement dégénéré la veille au soir avec son compagnon, Nicholas Cargain. Lorsqu'elle tente de quitter la maison, Nicholas l'en empêche. Il la plaque au sol, lui cogne la tête à plusieurs reprises et commence à l'étrangler et la frapper avec différents objets. Selon elle, il la traîne ensuite jusqu'à la salle de bain. Il lui maintient la tête dans les toilettes à plusieurs reprises, au point où elle pense qu'il tente de la noyer. Dans le même temps, le second agent arrive chez Nick, qu'ils ont entendu arriver avec son véhicule. L'agent bloque la voiture de Nick et le confronte. Nick ignore à ce moment-là que les policiers ont déjà parlé avec sa copine.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Are you Nick?
Yep.
What's going on down here?
That's what I'd like to know.
That's what we're trying to find out.
So I woke up, she was gone. I come outside to look, hollered for it, didn't see her, didn't hear her. I saw those people standing down there. I got in my truck, pulled out the driveway, stopped right there. I said, hey, have you guys seen Cassie? Nope. What's going on? I told him exactly what I just told you. And then I drove down the street and back.
Après avoir mis Cassidy en sécurité, le premier agent traverse la route pour se rendre directement chez Nicholas Cargain. Il souhaite entendre sa version des faits. Les premières constatations sur place vont progressivement confirmer le récit de la jeune femme et révéler l'ampleur des violences subies par Cassidy.
I've been out here before and talked to you.
I believe so.
Yep. So what happened?
Like I told him, I woke up this morning. The door was wide open. She was gone.
So can you explain to me why she's got a laceration on the back of her head and both her eyes are black
She was fine when we went to bed.
and her knees are scraped up pretty bad? So you didn't hit her in the back of the head with anything last night or try to drown her in a toilet?
No, sir.
Le récit de Nicholas ne correspond pas à celui de Cassidy. Pour vérifier ses déclarations, les policiers demandent à inspecter la salle de bain où la jeune femme affirme avoir été agressée. Nicolas hésite avant de les laisser entrer, puis les conduit vers une première salle de bain. Mais très vite, les agents comprennent qu'il ne s'agit pas de celle décrite par Cassidy.
Okay. Is it okay if we go in your house and look around?
For what?
I just want to look and see.
I'd rather you not go in my house without a warrant.
Okay, that's fine.
Not being disrespectful or anything like that, but
Can I see your knuckle?
just showed him too. No marks.
Was anybody else here last night?
My son.
Le fils de Nick, âgé de 11 ans, et qui n'est pas le fils de Cassidy, est encore endormi dans la maison.
So, was she bruised up and cut up yesterday?
No. So whatever happened between the time she left here and whatever she did had to have been it, because we were fine when we went to sleep last night. I woke up at sometime like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. She had got up to get something to drink, and she was perfectly fine then. Come back in, laid back down. I love you too, blah, blah, blah.
So, were y'all arguing last night?
No.
Arguing at all any yesterday?
I mean, we had a couple of words exchanged, but we wasn't like screaming, yelling, pushing, shoving, no kind of argument like that.
Face à deux versions radicalement opposées, les policiers prennent quelques instants pour échanger. Pour vérifier le récit de Cassidy, ils doivent désormais inspecter la maison. Mais sans mandat, ils ont besoin de l'autorisation de Nicolas pour pouvoir y entrer.
So can I go in the house and look around?
What do you want to look for?
She's saying that she was grounded in the toilet. I just need to look
To see if I have a toilet?
to see if the floor or anything like that's wet around it. There will be sign of a scuffle if there was.
I guess so.
Okay, well, let's go in and look.
Nicolas autorise finalement les policiers à entrer. Il les conduit d'abord vers une première salle de bain, mais celle-ci ne correspond pas aux descriptions de Cassidy.
Is there another bathroom?
Not one that works.
Can I go look at it? The one that don't work?
It's in my room.
Is that okay? I'm just going straight in there, that's it. I ain't worried about whatever else you got.
I'd rather you not.
Okay.
Pendant que Cassidy se rend à l'hôpital, les policiers continuent de s'occuper de son compagnon. Même en ayant pu voir qu'une petite partie de la maison, il voit bien que quelque chose cloche avec l'histoire de Nick.
If you would, hang up the phone call for me.
Okay.
Go ahead and turn around and place your hands behind your back.
Well, I'm being arrested, bro. Hey, can you give me 1 second? Her godfather's calling.
Yeah, you can put it on speaker and set it on top of your toolbox.
Nicolas arrêté. Le détective envoyé sur les lieux arrive avec un mandat de perquisition et permet aux agents de rentrer avec lui dans toutes les pièces. Mais les agents ne sont pas seuls dans cette maison. Un serpent serait en train de errer à l'intérieur. Les agents doivent donc avancer avec la plus grande précaution.
Well, when you hear a gunshot, you know I found that damn snake.
I got blood over here. Looks like maybe. I don't know.
Les policiers poursuivent leur vérification et finissent par accéder à la partie arrière de la maison. Un endroit que Nicolas refusait jusque-là de leur montrer. Cette fois, les indices sont sans appel.
You can see where blood's been dragged across the ground.
Les agents notent de nombreux éléments impliquant Nick. Des traînées sur le sol, des traces de sang à de nombreux endroits, un ventilateur et un téléphone cassé. Il y a également une valise partiellement remplie. Les preuves de l'altercation physique sont nombreuses. Les agents continuent leur inspection et découvrent de nombreux autres éléments dans la salle de bain.
Yeah, he tried to clean up this floor, but he missed a whole lot of other stuff. Got blood on the toilet, blood on the wall, blood on the shoe, blood on the shirt, blood all over this floor right here. Did you say if he's put anything around her neck or anything? I mean, look at this.
Unless they had it tied up trying to stop the bleeding.
Il semble également y avoir des déjections humaines dans les toilettes, au même endroit où Cassidy a dit aux policiers que Nick avait tenté de la noyer à plusieurs reprises pendant de longues minutes. Alors que Nicolas est conduit au commissariat, Cassidy est examinée à l'hôpital. Face aux deux détectives, elle va raconter, minute par minute, le calvaire qu'elle a vécu.
I'm Detective Malone. I don't know if I've ever met you before or not. People normally call me Tiny. That's Detective Bill. Hey there.
That's the exact opposite of what you are.
Yeah, I know. Is there if I sit down and talk to you for a
Yeah,
minute?
of course.
Cassidy raconte alors au détective en détail ce qui lui est arrivé la veille avec son compagnon. Elle dit que la dispute a commencé par de petites choses, mais a rapidement escaladé. Nick lui lançant ensuite des tiroirs qu'il avait retirés d'une armoire pour la blesser. Il tenta également de la noyer dans la cuvette des toilettes pendant de longues minutes, comme les policiers ont pu constater dans la salle de bain. Nick, quant à lui, explique que la dispute a commencé pour une toute autre raison.
Something to do with content because we do content and stuff like that.
What do you mean content?
Content like OnlyFans type stuff.
Le détective lui parle ensuite des preuves accablantes qu'ils ont trouvées chez lui.
Something visible happened in the house.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because all the blood I found in the house.
There's always been blood in that house.
Il y a toujours eu du sang dans cette maison. Oui, vous avez bien entendu. C'est la ligne de défense de Nick.
Now, what was the blood from?
My head.
Now, tell me what happened with the head.
That's what happened whenever we were in the kitchen. He slammed my head up against the floor when I tried to run from him. And,
So, did you try to run out of the house?
Yeah.
And he just snatches you and pulls you? Okay.
He chased me out. I didn't even make it outside.
Nicolas dira pendant ce temps qu'elle devait partir de la maison car ils ne s'entendaient plus. Cassidy dit qu'une fois sa valise faite, Nick a refusé de la laisser partir. Il l'a traînée dans la maison par ses cheveux et lui a pointé un pistolet sur la tête.
It's little. It's like this big, maybe, and that tall.
No, you say he pointed it at you.
Mm-hmm.
How did he point it at you? Like, where were y'all at?
In the bedroom.
In that bedroom?
Yeah.
And what happened? Like, what was going on that he popped the gun out?
He just told me, he's like, I should just do off with you right now. I'm going to put you in a box.
Cassidy explique qu'elle a pris une douche pour nettoyer tout le sang qui coulait sur elle. Elle explique ensuite aux agents comment Nick a essayé de la noyer.
Took my head and he put it in the toilet and just left it in there.
Just
I
kept
couldn't
pushing
breathe.
down then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how long did that last?
Maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I mean,
Okay.
he would pull it up and he'd put it back down. In my hand,
Who did she say?
this right here, he took his back of an axe, a hand axe,
Mm-hmm.
and he hit me with it. He turned it over and hit me with it, not with the sharp part, but the
Okay.
back of it.
Cassidy fait ensuite une révélation qui rend le drame encore plus choquant.
So I'm going to ask you about a hanger because the deputies out there overheard you talking to the EMS workers.
Oh yeah, I'm pregnant,
Mhm.
and he talked about wanting to take care of it with a hanger.
When was that? Something last night?
That was last night.
What did he say?
He just said, we can go in the bathroom and take care of this.
À l'issue de son procès, le verdict est tombé pour Nicholas Byron Cargane. Le tribunal a choisi d'abandonner les charges de menaces de mort et le jury l'a déclaré non coupable de 4 des 5 accusations d'agression aggravée. Mais pour le reste des crimes, la justice s'est montrée impitoyable. Nick a été reconnu coupable de violence conjugale, de cruauté envers les enfants au 3e degré, de possession d'armes à feu et d'une agression aggravée. Surtout, il a été jugé coupable de la charge la plus lourde, enlèvement avec lésion corporelle pour avoir séquestré sa copine. La sentence finale est sans appel. Nicholas Cargane est condamné à la prison à perpétuité, assorti d'une peine supplémentaire de 25 ans d'incarcération. Il passera le reste de ses jours derrière les barreaux.